What is going on YouTube? It's Sanky to make videos on the stock market. Alright guys, so I've got a jam-packed one for you today in this video, but before I get cracking, I was going to give a big shout out to those of you doing your thing in the comment section down below for me. You guys know I like to spend time in my comments getting back to you guys now. So I'm giving an honourable shout out to a couple of names. We've got Andrew, Ernest, Cowboy, Darren, DC, Ben, Sicario, Johnny, Lisanne, and there's a whole lot of other names I'd like to shout out. I appreciate you guys for doing your thing, lighting up that comment section for me. And I've seen a lot of new names, a lot of new faces in the comment section over the last couple of days, and it's been amazing to hear from you guys. So if you're new, if you haven't commented before, just drop me down a comment, connect with me as we continue to hit our goals going through 2021. For those of you following the channel would know that we've made a lot of money on NEO over the last couple of months. Now one of the things we've done is ensure that we've had a fully built out position and more while NEO's been consolidating between that $42 to $46 mark. Now as I've said before many times, NEO has laid the foundation for future success, right? We're not just talking the end of 2021, we are talking long-term future success in that electric vehicle market. Now, I've made videos before explaining why I think NEO is a real millionaire money maker stock. You just need to know what you're doing with this stock and how to play it. Now, as we continue our journey, right, to achieve success in the stock market, you guys know I'm big on making money in the stock market in two ways, amongst others. One is that we invest in new high growth plays. The second is that we maximize the return on our existing plays. And one of the plays of focus to do this is NEO, right? As they climb to the top, we're going to make sure that we get in at the best entry points to maximize our returns. Just put it like this: those of us who invested into NEO when they dipped down, to $40, $39, $38, right? A couple of weeks back, we have now made 40% return on our money just by simply doing that. With that being said, now NEO Day was yesterday, so I'm going to give you my 2 cents on NEO Day, upcoming catalyst for that NEO stock, right, and the strategy to ensure that we dominate this stock all throughout the year. In the run up to NEO Day, I mentioned that there's three main things that we should be on the lookout for. The first is the introduction of their new sedan. The second is their 150 kilowatt hour battery, which is an improvement on the 100 kilowatt hour battery that they brought out last year. And the third is their second generation power swap stations. Now on NEO Day, they delivered on all three things, right? We received them. But I also mentioned, as investors, what we want, what sparks that share price, what sets it alight, is something that we're not expecting, right? Something to get us excited and buy that NEO stock and drive up that share price. Now, you guys saw what happened when NEO came out with their December delivery numbers of 7,000 plus, right? A lot of people weren't expecting that, and that share price skyrocketed, right? So there's a couple of things from NEO Day that I want to make sure on your radar. The first is their partnership with Qualcomm to create the intelligent cockpit and 5G integration. This is amazing news. You guys know that we added Qualcomm to our portfolios weeks back because I mentioned that they are at the forefront of that 5G market, and a lot of mobile phone manufacturers are using Qualcomm. So it's good to see, right, they're moving into that vehicle segment space. And I do think going forward, a lot of vehicle car companies are going to have that 5G integration, right? And one of the key partners that they're going to have on their list, right, to help them achieve that is going to be Qualcomm. So this is a double win for our portfolios right now. The second is their partnership with NVIDIA to help them get that autonomous driving ready. So it's good to see NEO working hard, right, to deliver that autonomous driving. We know there's a big race for autonomous driving at the moment between all the top EV car companies. So it's good to see NEO are there, right, in the mix, in the race, trying to get it to market as soon as they can. The third is the announcement that autonomous driving system is going to cost around 680 yen per month. Now, I do think this is a good business move for NEO because I told you guys before that reoccurring revenue model, right, is good for a company because it helps their cash flows. That's why we like plays like CrowdStrike, which are performing well at the moment. Now, this is a very similar model to what we're seeing with NEO's battery as a service. So these two things combined, when the autonomous driving system is ready, is going to be good for NEO's revenues going forward. Now, there might be a couple of investor concerns I want to put on your radar. The first is the base price of the sedan, but it does come down significantly when you include battery as a service. Now, we know the battery as a service uptake is increasing, currently stands around 40%, which is a pretty high number. So that does offset some of those concerns. Another is the date that's set for the deliveries to take place of the sedan, which is Q1 2022. But again, throughout 2020, we should be receiving some indication of pre-order numbers of the sedan. That should act as a positive catalyst for that share price. So what we want to start doing is catching a dip in that NEO stock price, right, to maximize the returns on this play. I'm moving my buy zone up to $53. If we can catch NEO under $53, do consider loading up on this stock, right, to enjoy that momentum that's coming. Now, I want to put a couple of potential near-term catalysts on your radar so you're set and ready. The first is the announcement of their January delivery numbers, right, which is going to take place at the end of the month, beginning of next month. Now, we want NEO to surpass 7,000 easy to continue that momentum that they had in December. The second is the announcement of their full year financial results, which should come down in a couple of months. And what we're looking for there, right, we are looking for increased margins, right? We need to see NEO on a path to profitability. We know the revenue number is going to be good, right? We know the deliveries are going to be good, but that path to profitability, those increased margins, that's what we want to look out for. The third, and I've mentioned it just a minute ago, is we want to see some good high volume pre-order numbers of their new sedan, so they can really start, getting those deliveries shifted the beginning of next year. So if you've been rocking with the channel, you know what time of the day it is. It's question of the day time. Now, this question comes from Unlock Mindset. The question is, any idea why Argo blockchain takes long or rejects orders when going for long positions? So thank you very much for sending in this question. I know it's going to help a lot of people out. Guys, if you have any questions or comments for me or companies you want me to look at, leave them down below for me. For those of you who don't know, Argo blockchain are one of our MVP plays. They're a cryptocurrency mining play, right? And they are benefiting from the increased rise, increased prevalence, right, that we are seeing in cryptocurrencies at the moment. A lot of us have made a lot of money off Argo blockchain, and that momentum, right, is continuing. Standout play in the portfolio. Now, if you don't know, Argo blockchain, they're listed on the AIM, right? This is a subsection of the London Stock Exchange. Now, what can often happen, right, with AIM listed stocks is a liquidity problem, right? So this means there's an issue with them executing your orders, and we're having a lot of the same problems over in the Patreon group for the last couple of weeks, right? A lot of us can't buy Argo, but what I will say, my experience is half of my orders are rejected and half of my orders go through. So if you just stay persistent with it, the orders can take place, right, if you are lucky, and often they take about 24 hours. So if I place a trade today, it will often happen the next morning at market opening hours. So if you just stick with it, you should be able to pick yourself up some Argo. Now, I know it's problematic and it's difficult at the moment, but that is sometimes the nature of these AIM listed stocks. So as always, thank you for tuning in today. If you're new, do hit that subscribe button, become part of Stockflix. And as I always say to you guys, check into the channel each and every day. Stock market is rapidly moving. You never want to miss a beat. So I'll catch you guys on the next one.